Don't ask me what the hell just happened. I'm talking to AKW right now. I'm like, yo, I'm back. I probably had like 25 more minutes talking about this topic. All right. So let me see. Yeah. That was crazy. They had to shut me down. Nintendo shut me down. I blame Nintendo. Let me see. Now, now, let me explain something to you. Yeah, I'm back, baby. They had to stop me, bro. Let me tell you. And I just want to, cap this off because a lot of times I'm speaking too much truth bombs and the truth bombs are crazy. Like telling you what I think Netflix is going to do with Sony. That's big boardroom background stuff. All right. So again, all right. So let me say this, right? I think Hollywood wants to stop the WB purchase to Netflix. Could you imagine once Netflix gets a hold of a big budget Hollywood studio and all the IPs that go along with it? We talk about it as gamers. We're not talking about the ramifications of what's truly transpiring across the world. Everybody is walking away from the theaters. I go to the movie theaters every week. I'm set up for the Game Pass version of Movie Pass, right? And I watch movies weekly. But what I've noticed is there's less and less people at the theater. And you got to think about it. When they release Frankenstein in the amounted movie theaters that they needed in order to get Oscar nominations. And don't mind me with award shows. I don't know if it's Oscars. I don't know if it's Grammys. I think Grammys is music and Oscars is acting, right? Okay. I don't care anything about award shows because I have a disdain for them. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's some childhood trauma that I'm probably got repressed or suppressed, and I just hate them. I honestly do. Um, and I only participate in Crown My Lord uh every year is because it's an Iron Lord's thing. But other than that, I go to sleep. I don't care for none of that shit. None of it. It doesn't do anything for me. I hate it. Um, but I'm not opposed to going to an award show if Jeff is flying, and paying. Jeff is paying, the king is going. Surprise! Though don't ask me to care about it, but I'll be there. Um, the greater thing is the industry as a whole, and I'm talking about the movie industry, losing out to its biggest thorn in its side. Who do you think benefited the most during COVID? It wasn't Hollywood. It was Netflix. That's when you had the rise of the streaming, and Netflix defended it all. Netflix killed off HBO. Netflix killed off Showtime. Netflix has Disney on the brink. Netflix forced Hulu and ESPN and all of these people to consolidate, to get into an app. Don't think in your head, oh, all right, these guys just wanted to link up and be friends. No, it's because Netflix was beating the dog crap out of them. Now, Netflix is about to get their hands on some IPs that are That Mortal Kombat IP, that Harry Potter, boy, do you know what level of beast that you're about to turn Netflix into? Now, getting back to what I was saying with Frankenstein, and I'm using it as the latest example. Frankenstein itself was put in as many movies for as many days that it was necessary in order for the actors and actresses to be accredited for the award ceremonies, for them to get that level of justification. Because what Netflix doesn't want to do is piss off the actors. All right? Know that part. What they want, they don't give a damn about Hollywood, but they don't want to piss off the actors. So the actors look at these accolades as stuff that is necessary, when on all seriousness, all they need is the cash, right? So don't tell me about no damn award. If you got an award for a little known, okay, how about this? Will Smith was critically acclaimed for 6 Degrees of Separation. Not many of you guys seen 6 Degrees of Separation. I saw 6 Degrees of Separation based off the fact that I'm one of those individuals that watch any goddamn thing. But the fact that I know what 6 Degrees of Separation is, and one of his larger movies is I Am Legend, right? Whereas 6 Degrees of Separation itself was what got him critical acclaim and put him through. But he did not make as much money as he made from I Am Legend. Now, I want you to go and ask Will Smith what meant more to him, right? He can have this philosophical crap about, oh, the level of acting that I need, the level of depth that I needed to get to in order to push that character out and become that character and transcend how that character is looked. Ah, fuck out of here. What you wanted was that I Am Legend money, because that put you into a different bracket that every movie that you got into paid you. So don't beat me in the head with this award ceremony stuff that you can wear dress and go there, or wear your outfits and go in there and be presented to the world as something greater than what you actually truly are. You're just doing a job. Fine jobs at that. But there's fine people in this world that's doing fantastic jobs every day. Have you ever seen a truck driver that knows exactly what a truck driver is doing? Did you ever see the level of respect of a truck driver making it happen? How about if you get a truck driver that knows how to back up and get into to the loading dock to drop off the stuff? Have you ever seen one that didn't know how to do it, and how long you had to sit out there and wait in traffic trying to get past that dude? All right. So what I'm telling you is there's levels to this shit. Shout out to Dark Dark. Blessings, bro. But the bigger hole, the bigger problem is the movie industry does not want Netflix to get a hold of the WB. That's why Paramount is putting up the fight, because if Paramount gets WB, it keeps Hollywood in Hollywood. If Netflix gets WB, which they already made the deal for, that means Hollywood moves into the home. That's one less movie publisher, distributor, manufacturer, whatever, in the movie theaters. That takes the movie theaters and makes them less relevant. How many theaters around your homes have closed down? Based upon this, Netflix is in a position to absolutely win. Now, we're looking at it from a gaming standpoint because we want to worry about the games. We care about the games. But what if the games is a byproduct of exactly what Netflix's whole plan is? And if you guys think that they're going to sell off those IPs, hell no. They have the studios that can make the games and tie those games into transmedia, make that transmedia their cloud streaming. If you don't think that they want to make money off of video games, you're absolutely insane, because video games is the #1 entertainment factor across the world that brings in the most money. So if Netflix gets IPs that matter, Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, and those, all the Snyderverse can live again on Netflix. You're not seeing the forest for the trees. You really have to understand what's truly at stake here the death of Hollywood, the rise of streaming to the next level, because once Netflix gobbles up WB, who's next? You got a problem, Paramount? What the deal, oatmeal? How's it hanging? Got that bread? Soon, everything is going to be. Netflix is going to be like this: the unstoppable, unrelenting beast, Epic. When I saw Epic sit there and make the moves that they made based upon them having an engine, and then they went over to Unity and linked up with Unity, I realized at that moment then who the hell they were. What you're seeing is something similar. Now, for all of you guys that are anti-consolidation, anti-merger, anti-acquisition, the world is built that way. The Western world is definitely built that way. Where now you're seeing the Eastern world with the Saudis coming over and acquiring. You really have to see what this thing turns out to be. Now, I do believe that we're looking at the ABK deal all over again. Actually do. I actually do believe that there's going to be stuff that is going to come up, and there's going to be a trial, and there's going to be stuff, and they're going to have to pay. When this much money changes hands, everybody wants a taste. They're going to get through. It's going to be sold. They're going to acquire them. But the bigger question is, why? Shout out to legendary Yobi, my dude. Blessings, peace, love, life. Yo, Yobi, this is the other room. Big screen. Oh, if you look at the table, the controllers is there. Then over there, the other arcade machine is there with some comic books in the background. Look at Mario, look at Zelda. Then you see some of the statues back there, and you see Anubis, you see Horus right there. Mind you, those are custom statues from Zion Art, and I'm trying to get the Zion Art, the guy that made those statues. I'm trying to get him to make me a raw statue. To have the Holy Trinity, I need to have a raw statue. But if y'all see, my pyramids are there. You know, you need to have that energetic flow and make it happen. Um, this is the card that came with Horus. Which number did I get? I got number 7. 7 out of 10. And a couple of other pyramids that are there. If anybody knows exactly what that is, those are energy pyramids where you manifest and you do stuff like that, bro. You work hard on it. You work hard on yourself. You work hard on enlightenment. Mad love, brother. Every chance we chop it up. I'm a student. You're the teacher. Thank you for always dropping gems in gaming and in reality. I cherish you. Blessings, bro. Blessings. Blessings. It's like, listen, a lot of times people don't realize. I talk to people. I'm not bougie. I'm not bougie, and I'm not going to tell you, hey, man, if you're not part of the Patreon, you can't play with me. No type of bullshit like that. We don't do that here. But this is Xbox Frontline News. Now, in my opinion, I do believe at some point in time, once Netflix is truly the unstoppable juggernaut, which I know them to be, because remember, during COVID, they're the only one that showed you signs of growth. Whereas Game Pass plateaued to a space, so did Disney. Netflix plateaued and then started growing again. Pause. But in reality, what we're seeing here is the second coming of what our media is turning into. Remember, we're looking at streaming in a whole different sense now. Whereas before, streaming wasn't all that great. Remember when Netflix first started, you was still going to Redbook, you was still going to Blockbuster. You was like, yeah, they good, but they be that buffering thing. I don't know when's the last time you saw buffering when you went to Netflix. And then the digital quality that you're getting from the highest tier is actually incredible. All right. The compression techniques are insane. Imagine that applied to video games. If they can give you a 1440p video streaming service and you have a low latency controller based upon the algorithms that they're using with rollback net code, what do you think happens? Do you think that they become the unstoppable juggernaut in gaming? I believe once you start seeing the purchasing of studios in this manner, and listen, WB Games is a byproduct of this purchase, but not saying that it's not integral to what their strategic plans will be. Then they will start looking over at Embracer, the one who got fat off of IPs that they couldn't deliver on, and start purchasing. When Netflix starts to aggressively pursue gaming, remember when Microsoft told you PlayStation wasn't a threat? When they told you Nintendo's not a threat, they said Google was a threat. They said Amazon is a threat. They said Netflix is a threat. These threats, in TikTok, of course, all right, these Netflix is the biggest threat that faces Microsoft and Game Pass right now. And let me explain to you why. If they get a service up and their service is running along with the movies and they can give you a tier where you have streaming only and they can offer you titles because you're not getting physical titles any longer. Okay, so just forget about that crap. Right? Just let's live in reality right now. All of you physical people are on a countdown. It's over. I have tons of games, thousands of games. If I show you, you know what? Hold on, because I think a lot of times you guys don't think I have both. This is Wii U. That's just Wii U. That's not my Vita stuff that's inside the closet. That's just Wii U. That's not my Genesis stack or my Super Nintendo stack or, bro, let me tell you something. Us dinosaurs, us physical beasts, us physical manifestations of what we love, us individuals, we're up against it. And the clock is over our head. I already gave up the ghost and don't really care because again, I'm fighting for space in my household. All right. So when the wife tells you, "Oh, you're taking up too much space," and where's my space? Well, I start looking, and the space being taken up is video games and statues and stuff. But and boy, I got to fight for my two rooms, this room and my meat. Well, this room in the basement. um, but Netflix is about to win the war. Netflix is the only one that is poised to win the war. Netflix is the one that once they acquire WB, and they have all that stuff there, and they're putting out these movies, and they bring back the Snyderverse, and they start riding high, and they start letting out movie quality. Well, not movie. They've been hitting movie quality with that Jamie Foxx vampire movie with Snoop Dogg. I thought that was incredible. With their Netflix only specials, with their taking comedy as a huge. What can I say, undertaking, which actually panned out for them. How many people get a chance to go to comedy concerts or performances? Not many, right? But how many people have seen Netflix comedy specials? Kevin Hart one right now that I'm watching. You will have a front row seat of what's your next best thing. The anime is on point. Anything Netflix does, they step their foot in. They don't BS about it. They go wholeheartedly 100%. And once they get into gaming, they're going to put forth 100% effort. In saying that, any developers that are out there that are looking to be acquired, they're going to be acquired. Y'all got a chance to see Hi-Fi Rush Studio again for the second time get pushed to the side, right? What if they pick them up? You got to start thinking about the future, and the future is what we're seeing transpire in front of us. Now, remember my whole opinion, and that's I give that more of a 60-40 split. That in the next coming years, that Netflix acquires PlayStation in some form or fashion, a majority shareholder stake in the company to bolster their gaming output. And PlayStation and Sony looking at, and I think Sony would fight back only because of their movie divisions. But if Netflix was to acquire Sony and their movie divisions and merge that into a streaming section, you got to think about it on the ramifications of Sony themselves making that much money off of the streaming revenue that they will get based upon going direct to consumer. Because how many people got a chance to see 28 years later? I'm pretty sure that more people saw it on Netflix than saw it in the movie theater. How much time does Sony have to lose money on movies that people aren't going to? The movie theaters are empty, but the butts are in the seats at home at Netflix. Understand where I'm going here. I believe at some point in time that they will be acquired, and when it does happen, just I want y'all to come back to Mr. 98% right all the time, and I want y'all to say to me, you just called it, B. When none of these dudes is talking about this, when nobody is giving this that level of deep thought, and when nobody's respecting your time to the extent that I'm respecting your time, when I talk on big brain levels is because I'm seeing past what my base desire is. My base desire, they're going to make games. Any games that comes from Netflix, there won't be a digital copy. I mean, a physical copy. There will only be digital. They are not in the physical business. They put physical out of business. In the future, we will own nothing. Understand, Netflix is the huge company that is built on you owning absolutely nothing. Know that. So if we're going towards that future, and right now the leader of that is owning nothing, and it's them, and they're in the business of acquiring studios and putting Hollywood, their biggest job is to put Hollywood out of business. Put Hollywood out of business and reap the benefits. Who stands to win once theaters are closed? Netflix. Why? Because majority of all of us have TVs. When not too many butts are in seats in movie theaters and movies aren't selling at the way that they're supposed to, and people are looking at the flop after flop after flop, I'm just saying. But I want to thank each and every last one of you dudes. Oh, what he said? What he said? Hold on. Oh, you said why the camera is so jittery? Oh, because it's trying to follow me. Yeah, I'm on my laptop. I'm on my Omen. I could have put it to my other camera. I was gonna put it to this one, right? I was gonna put it to this one, my Elgato Pro, whatever. I was gonna put it to that one, but I decided not to. I didn't like the angle that it was shooting at, so I just said no. But don't worry about it, guys. I just wanted to give you another aspect of a different room based upon that. So if you saw me in Cali or you see me in Japan, you understood what this camera is. So, and it's pretty good. It's not a bad camera. Running a program, doing the same things, and I'm pretty sure I could tweak and twerk it. But I want to tell you this. I don't want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to each and every last one of you that gave me your time, that stood here today, that talked and chatted back and forth. And I'm definitely want you guys to leave comments in the video so I can go over it and I can answer it later. Now, I did put out a video of my top 5 fighting games. And I'm kind of pissed off at you guys for not exactly looking at the video because I want opinions. I want to know if I'm wrong. I want to know if my top 5 is trash. And this is the 2D. I'm doing RPGs. I'm doing platformers. I'm doing that because I want to leave that type of legacy for when my kids say, well, what did this old dude like? What was his top 5? And any of you guys, if I want to know your top 5s, what is your top 5 fighting games? 2D. I'm going to do the 3D. 3D is about to show up soon. And we're going to have that opinion. But I'm going to say, yo, my boy Lycos was good. Yo, Lycos, you got a chance to see everything that I moved around? Oh, so also, you see up there it says 50, right? The 50, that was for my birthday when I turned 50. My wife is crazy. She those things light up. This whole room lights up. I got these light up. The Iron Lord thing light up over there. This on the air thing light up over there. I got some lights over here. I got some lights over here. That cabinet over there with all my amiibos. Matter of fact, y'all can see my amiibos right there. Got a boatload of damn amiibos. And my Disney Infinity dudes is in there too. But yeah, that Iron Man right there, this one right here, this Iron Man, he lights up, his chest lights up, his eyes light up. That Iron Man, whatchamacallit, bust, that lights up. That other Iron Man over there that lights up. Captain America don't do anything but a shield. Thor is right there. You see Batman, Superman, and them up there at the top. Which is damn. Oh, Lobo's up there too. That's my dude. Down at the bottom, I have. Let me see if y'all can see that. Not really. Not really. Oh, down at the bottom is Master Chief, Gears of War, Reach, and my Dragon Ball collection that I didn't even unbox yet. I got to unbox that Dragon Ball collection. Also, over here, I have the Gears of War remote control tank. Yeah, I'm one of those people. And my Xbox refrigerator is right there. I'm one of those weirdo people that happily have that stuff. And my Pac-Man is down there and all that other stuff. But again, y'all guys are going to see this room more because I'm going to be doing story time with comic books and like, Civil War Confessions. What else I have here? Oh, yeah, this is my whole Civil War. This is my whole Civil War collections. So tons of books. I got over 62,000 books. Again, we're going to have fun. So I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for showing up. I appreciate everybody. And I'm going to tell you to do what I always try to do, what I want to do, what I should be doing right now. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass. Now let's get y'all over to that incredible intro that dudes can't mess with.
Talking on riddling, moonwalking, selling move, I just so we did this. You in traffic with family? portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with King? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game and shoot, what cities you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we